Alright, going to show you how to add an event to the site. Um, I'll start by going back to the dashboard. Again, I like to have two tabs open, one of the back end and one of the front end. So I'm just going to click on events and no results found. There are no events that are upcoming. So from the back end, over here, you'll just go down to events and let's just click on this main events link. And you'll see the past one, the Chicago event. That's still in here. I wouldn't delete them. Google doesn't like when you add pages and then delete them. It's not going to show up on your site unless someone knows the exact URL. And even if they do, I'm going to view this really quick. It says this event has passed. So they know not to. That it is no longer an event that they can go to. But to add a new event, you can do this one of two ways as well. It's kind of very similar to adding a new blog post. You can either add new or you can duplicate. I would recommend just duplicating it, just for the sake of any little customizations, kind of helps make sure you don't forget anything. When you add new, you start from scratch, and it might be a little tricky. So I would just, if I were you, I would just duplicate this. So we'll click that. And you'll see the duplicated one right here because it's draft. We have not published it. So let's make some edits to it before we decide to publish it. So I'm going to click on that. And here's the duplicate one. So first of all, let's just update the title. New event. When I do that, this won't automatically change, and we need to change this permalink. So I'm going to edit this permalink, and it will automatically add hyphens in for you. So really all you have to do is just, either rewrite the title, or you can just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it. I'm going to click OK, and look, it already added the hyphen, got rid of all the spaces, made it look like a URL. So there's that. And as we scroll down, it has two sections. We have the text and the callout box. So this little pencil right here, that means we can edit this text image block section. So I'm going to click on that pencil. This might take a little second to load. Alright, so here is your description about the event. If we look on the front end, give me 1 second. I want to find that event really quickly so I can show you from the front end. Back to November. Okay. Alright. There's that one from the front end. So there's just that text section right there. So we would, edit this to, this is the new info about the event, blah, blah, blah. You can do a lot of customization through here. Different headings, bolding, bulleted list, etc., linking, whatever you need to do. It's kind of like Word. You just edit it through here. And then this stuff's optional. I would just leave it as they are already. And as you continue to scroll down, this is where you get into the details of the event. So if it's an all-day event, you check it. If it just starts and ends at a certain time, this is where you enter the date and the start time and that end time. And then this is where you can add venues. You can edit the venue, show on Google Map. This is optional. I don't think you really need it. I don't use it. I think it just kind of gets everything a little crowded, so I just leave that blank. Other things you can fill out if you really want to. But event cost is probably one of the most important. Add the cost in, enter 0 if it's free, or leave blank, and it will know that it's free. This stuff is more of just the theme options. You can ignore anything from here. So the biggest chunk is this events calendar section and the text image block. Once we did that, we just want to make sure that we save that element. You'll see that there is another element that we did not touch yet, the callout box. If I want to edit that, I'll just click that little pencil. And interested in attending. So this is the call out that you'll see right here. Call out and then a button. So here we have the interested in attending, and then we have the button. Button says purchase ticket right there, purchase ticket, but it links to Eventbrite where they can actually purchase a ticket. And that's just when you save it as well. You always have to save these elements before you actually publish the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my events. Oh, well, it would help if I edited the dates to be in the future. Let's make it this Thursday. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to update that. And I'm going to refresh this page. All right, there's our new event. So I want to join. Here are the details. I didn't enter a lot of information, but normally you'll probably have a lot more text here. And then I can purchase the ticket through Eventbrite. I'm going to delete that right now, and I'll keep you on here. So I'm going to go back to this back end of the event. I'll even go further back just so you can see it. If I go back to events in general, maybe. Then you'll see the new event. And we can either click into it and then delete it, or we can just simply do this trash right here. So I'm going to delete that. Well, it's going a little slow, but I've been having luck earlier. Anyways, once that goes through, then it will no longer be here, and it will no longer show up on the front end of the site. I believe that's it for events. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna refresh that. Sometimes if it takes too long to load, then you'll get an error like that. You'll just refresh the page, make sure it didn't delete, which in this case it did delete. It still gave me an error, but you just want to refresh it just to make sure, and it is now living in the trash. But other details are in the events. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, you can kind of play with all these. Otherwise, really are going to mess with are the just events right here. I believe that is it.